Hey everyone, good morning. I am Priyanshi Agrawal and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now we are going to see today's Leetcode daily challenge, which is design a food rating system. So I saw a lot of people are giving so lengthy solutions, so lengthy approaches for solving this question. But today I will tell you the most intuitive and most simplest way for solving this question, like how you can approach this question to implement. Okay, so without wasting our time, let's get started. So in this question, you have been given with a design a food rating system that can do the following. First, modify the rating of a food item listed in the system. Okay. And second, return the highest rated food item for a type of cuisine in this system. So basically, in this, you need to design a food rating system in which that should contain two functions. One, modify the rating of a food. Second, return the highest rated food according to the with the type of the cuisine. Okay, and you need to implement the food ratings class. Okay, so obviously this class will have one constructor and then those two functions. One is change rating and one is return highest rated food, right? Okay, so in this constructor will initialize the system. The food items are described by foods, cuisines and ratings, all of which have a length of n. Okay, food size the name of the ith food, cuisine size the type of the cuisine of the ith food, and rating I is the initial rating of the ith food, right? Okay, now you need to implement a change rating function which accepts a food and a new rating, and you need to assign this new rating to this current food. Okay, you need to change the rating of the food item with the name food. Okay, so in this function you have to change the rating of a food. It means you should be storing these food and ratings in somewhere. So obviously you will need to create a food to rating map, right? Okay, so we haven't thought anything, like either we are going to create map or what, we don't know anything. But with this function, with this food and rating thing, we got to know that we will have to create one food to rating map. Okay, now coming to the second function, highest rated. This will take the cuisine as the argument and returns the name of the food item that has the highest rating for the given type of cuisine. If there is a tie, return the item with the lexicographically smaller name. Okay, so this function basically accepts the cuisine, and according to that cuisine, you will have to return the name of the highest rated food. So obviously, by reading this description, we got to know that we will have to create a cuisine to food map, right? But for a single type of cuisine, we can have a lot of foods. So either you can create a vector or set or something like that, right? But you will have to return the highest rated food. Then, but from this, how you will get to know which food has the highest rating? So you can't store these foods directly, food names directly. You will have to create some pair of rating and food, and you will have to store them. Okay, but this set by default stores the numbers in increasing order. So your first element will be the lowest rating. So we can simply put a negative sign so that we can get the highest rated food as the first element. Okay, so in this way you will be able to create your second map for this second function, right? Okay, but don't you think there is a problem? Like let's say what first function do, it modifies the rating of a food. So let's say if you're asked to modify the rating of the kimchi, then you can, let's say to 10, then you can simply modify in this map, right? Okay, but there is a issue that this map will still be storing the rating as -9 and kimchi. So how you can solve this issue? Okay, so let's say if you have a one food rating map, one cuisine to food map, and you are asked to modify the rating of the kimchi to 10, you can simply modify it. But the issue comes is that this map will still be storing the rating as 9. So what you will have to do, you will have to update this rating to 10. Okay, how you can update it? Okay, so only this is the key. Basically your cuisine is the key to access these pairs in your map, right? So you will have to know the name of the cuisine of that food item. Only then you can access those ratings. So it means we will have to create one more map, which is food to cuisine map, which will basically tells us the cuisine of that food item. Okay, so if we got to know the cuisine of that food item, then we can simply look for the pair which is the old rating and your food item, and we can simply delete that pair and push your new rating in your set. And why we are using this negative sign? Because this is an ordered set, and this will basically store the elements in the increasing order. And to access the food item with the highest rating, we can simply put a negative sign with the rating, so that your first element of the set will be your highest rated food, right? Okay, so in this way, by creating these three maps, we are able to solve this problem, and the final code of this approach is also going to be very small. So we have created three maps: one food to rating map, one cuisine to food map, and one food to cuisine map. And why we have created these three maps, we have already discussed. Okay, so now let's go to its code. Its code is also quite simple and short. So as you can see, we have created three maps: one cuisine rating, which is the map to cuisine, and your pair of negative of rating and food, right? And your second is food and rating map, and your third is food and cuisine map, right? Okay, now this constructor will initialize all the maps, which is basically simple initialization. We are pushing these ratings and food in the cuisines, and these ratings in foods, and then these cuisines in foods, right? Now we have to update the rating of our food. Okay, so first what we need to do, we need to update the rating in our cuisine rating map, right? What was our cuisine rating map? This one. So how we were updating the rating in this map? We were deleting the old key and pushing the new key. New value, not key. Key is this cuisine, right? Okay, so first we need to access the cuisine of that food, which we can access from the food to cuisine map, and old rating from this food rating map, and simply delete the old rating and food value from that map and push the new value, and then we can update the value in our food rating map. Food rating map is this one, right? Okay, now the second function is highest rated. So we just need to return the highest rated food which belongs to this cuisine. So this is already storing the values in a set in a sorted order. So we just have to access the first element of the set, and first element is your rating, my negative of rating and your food. So basically you will need to second element of that first element, because second element is the food item. So this is an iterator which is basically iterating on the map. Dot begin will help you accessing the first element of your set, and then with this dot second you can access the name of the food, right? Okay, so yeah, this was all about the code part, and this code is quite small as compared to the other discussions I have seen in various other places. So yeah, and let's also talk about its time complexity as well. So as you can see, this will take big O of n complexity, and we are using this ordered set, so that this will also take log n complexity, because obviously all foods will belong to some cuisines. So this will take time complexity of big O of n log n, this constructor. And here we are erasing the elements from our set and pushing the elements into the set. So its complexity we can say as log k or log n, because k will be the number of elements in your set, and here we are simply accessing the first element of your set, so it will be big O of 1 only. So basically you can say that overall time complexity will be n log n. So yeah, that's it for this question. I hope you get it, and if you still have any doubts, you can post in the comment section. I will surely try to answer them. Till then, bye guys, see you in the next video.